Good morning, children. Today, let us deal with the metaphors in the lesson A Letter to God. You can see a lot of metaphors in that story, A Letter to God. So, let's see one by one. Okay. Before we move on to our topic, let's see the difference between a simile and a metaphor. Now, look at this sentence. What is this? Her eyes shone like diamonds. Now tell me the meaning of the sentence. Means her eyes are compared to diamonds. And diamonds, they are very beautiful stones and precious stone, and they are sparkling and shining. So her eyes are also shining like diamonds. So that here is a comparison. How can we understand it is a comparison? Because we can see the word like, isn't it? Like. That is the special word you can see here. Next one. The aeroplane soared like an eagle. Have you seen eagle soaring up in the sky? Yeah. Same way, the aeroplane is soaring like an eagle. So here the flight of the aeroplane is compared to the soaring of an eagle. So here also you can see the comparison between the soaring of the eagle and the aeroplane. And how can we understand it as comparison? From the word like. Here two different things are compared. So comparison is understood through the word like. Next one. He is as strong as an ox. Here the person, he is the male person, and that person, particular person is compared to, the strength of the person is compared to the strength of the ox. So how can we understand that as a comparison? Because the words as is as are used. So from that we can understand the strength of the particular person and the ox are compared. And here also you can see two different things and they are compared. So here in all these cases you can use, I think all of you notice the words like and also as, isn't it? So these two words are used to compare things, either like or as. Such comparison is known as simile. Simile means it is the figure of speech that you can also find in Malayalam. In all languages you can see figure of speech. In Malayalam it is alankaram. So here this simile in Malayalam it is upama, and the same thing is known as simile in English. And this simile, that is the comparison between two things, and that can be denoted using the words either like or as. I hope you understood what is simile. Now let's see some other words. He is a walking encyclopedia. What is the specialty of an encyclopedia? Yeah, encyclopedia means it is the book of knowledge, isn't it? It is the storehouse of knowledge. That is encyclopedia. He is a walking encyclopedia means what? Means Here also you can see a comparison, but here you can see that particular person himself is an encyclopedia. Means he is a storehouse of knowledge. He is an encyclopedia. Means not a comparison with like or as, but the thing is that particular comparison is transforming directly to the subject. So that is why here this means not comparing two things, but he himself is denoted as an encyclopedia, walking encyclopedia. Next one, the world is a stage. The world is a stage. What is the purpose of a stage? Yeah, stage means it is the place or platform where programs are showcased or programs are performed. Such place is known as a stage. The world is a stage means what? The world is the place where human beings can perform their roles. Stage is a place where we can perform different roles. Same way, the world is a place where human beings can perform their role in their life. As a child, as a baby, as a child, as a teenager, then as a youth, young man, then as middle-aged person, then as an old person, at last as a dead body. Okay, these are the different roles, and here we are performing all these stages of our life in this world. So the world is compared, or world itself is denoted as a stage. So here is also comparison with what? Stage, but it is denoted, that world is denoted itself as a stage. That's the difference. So next one, you are my sunshine. What is the specialty of sunshine? Yeah, sunshine gives light. Here, you are my sunshine means what? You are my life. You are the light in my life. So instead of saying light in my life, here that quality is denoted as sunshine. So this one is denoting the sunshine is, or light in life is denoted as sunshine. So here is also comparison, but all things are not comparing with like or as, but saying that that particular person himself or herself is the sunshine of my life, light of my life. Here the comparison with light or sunshine. So that is the difference. So such cases are known as metaphor. Metaphor means it is also a figure of speech that compares two things or ideas. That is, it compares a quality or feature of one thing which is transferred to another thing. Here the quality, you are my sunshine, the quality of that particular one thing is sunshine, that is light in the life, light that gives that leads one's life. So that is that particular light. Instead of saying that you are my light, you are the light in my life, or you are the guide in my life, instead of saying that, it is said this way, you are my sunshine. So comparison between light and sunshine. But here light is directly transferred to the thing sunshine. So here this figure of speech is known as metaphor. In Malayalam it is Rupakam. Okay. Now let's see the difference between simile and metaphor. And simile uses the words like or as to compare things. Simile uses the words like or as. But in metaphor, you can see that it is directly stating the comparison, not comparing using the words like or as, but it is directly stating that comparison. Here the difference we can see through the examples. She is as beautiful as a flower. She is a flower. Same thing is there, but one is comparison with as. She is as beautiful as a flower. Here her beauty is compared with a flower. But here she is a flower means she is so beautiful. That is the meaning here. She is so beautiful as the beauty of the flower. She is so beautiful. So this is the difference between simile and metaphor. Now we can go through the examples. We can go through the exercise given in the textbook, that is in page number 11. Look at this table here. You have to you can see the object, then metaphor and quality or feature compared. So you should fill the blanks. And first one, object is given cloud, huge mountains of clouds. Then cloud, that is the metaphor used is huge mountains of clouds, that is used in the textbook. Okay, in a letter to God. You can see all these metaphor in the lesson, a letter to God. So you have to go through that. So cloud is the object, and the metaphor used is huge mountains of clouds. And that quality or feature compared is given as the mass or hugeness of mountains. Here the comparison used is hugeness of mountains, means the big size of the mountains, means here clouds are big in size. In order to say that, the comparison used this way, huge mountains of clouds. In order to say the huge size of the clouds, this comparison is used, huge mountains of clouds. Next one, that is raindrops. Raindrops, here which metaphor is used in as raindrops? For raindrops, which metaphor is used? Can you say which metaphor? Yeah, new coins. New coins is the metaphor used for raindrops. Why? What is the quality or feature compared there? That is the size, shape and monetary value. Means raindrops, because of the size of the raindrops, means big in size, and shape of the raindrops, that is round in shape, and monetary value, means the value. Because of that, according to Lencho, each drops of water, raindrop, gives his crop a good yield. So that will give him lot of money. That's why that raindrops are compared to new coins. That is the metaphor used. Because of the size, shape and monetary value, we can say that new coins, that raindrops are compared to new coins. Next one, hailstones. Here object is hailstones, and the metaphor used is frozen pearls. Hailstones, they are the frozen frozen state of rainwater. So they are, according to the children, they are frozen pearls. So why we can call that as frozen pearls? Because of the shape, round shape, and the hardness, and also they are shining like pearls. That is why the hailstones are compared as frozen pearls, because of the round shape, hardness, and also shining as the pearls. So the metaphor used for hailstones is frozen pearls. Next one, locusts. Locusts, that is the metaphor used is a plague of locusts. A plague of locusts means that is an epidemic or a disease that spreads very rapidly and leaves many people dead. The attack of the locust, that is compared to a plague of locusts. Plague means it is an epidemic, like our COVID pandemic. It is an epidemic, that is a disease that spreads very fast, very rapidly and fast, and it leaves many people dead. That disease not seen now, but earlier in olden days we suffered, human beings suffered because of this plague. So the attack of the locust is compared to the plague of locusts. And if the locusts attack any field, naturally it destroy they destroy the whole field. So that is why the metaphor a plague of locusts used. Next one, an ox of a man. The metaphor used is an ox of a man. Who is compared as an ox of a man? Yeah, it's nobody but our Lencho. Because the quality or feature compared is hardworking and strong as an ox. He was so hardworking and also very strong as an ox. That's why the metaphor an ox of a man is used. That's a good metaphor. So for Lencho, the metaphor used is an ox of a man because of his hardworking and strength as an ox. Next, so you can see the answers here. The object used cloud, and metaphor used is huge mountains of clouds, and the quality or feature compared is the mass or hugeness of mountains. Next one, raindrops is the object, and the metaphor used is new coins, and the quality or feature compared is size, shape, and monetary value of the coins. Next one, hailstones. Hailstones is the object. A metaphor used is frozen pearls, and the quality of feature is round, hard, and shining as pearls. Next one, locust. Locust is the object, and metaphor used is a plague of locusts. The quality or feature compared is an epidemic, that is a disease that spreads very rapidly and leaves many people dead. And the last one, the object is Lencho, and the metaphor is an ox of a man, and the quality or feature compared is hardworking and strong as an ox. That's about metaphor. So I hope you understood what is a metaphor and the metaphors used in the lesson A Letter to God. So all of you write this in your textbook. Now let's move on to the other exercises in the chapter A Letter to God. Now see page number 8. their exercise, that is thinking about language. Here the first exercise, there are different names in different parts of the world for storm depending on their nature. Can you match the names in the box with their descriptions below and fill in the blanks? So these are the words given in box. They are gale, whirlwind, cyclone, hurricane, tornado and typhoon. So let's see one by one. So listen to this question and listen to the answer and then note down that in the textbook. So first one, a violent tropical storm in which strong winds move in a circle. Question is this, a violent tropical storm in which strong winds move in a circle. The answer is cyclone. Number 2, an extremely strong wind. Question, an extremely strong wind. What is the answer for that? Answer is gale. Gale. Third one, a violent tropical storm with very strong winds. A violent tropical storm with very strong winds. The answer is typhoon. Fourth one, a violent storm whose center is a cloud in the shape of a funnel. A violent storm whose center is a cloud in the shape of a funnel. Answer is tornado. Tornado. Question number 5. A violent storm with very strong winds, especially in the western Atlantic Ocean. A violent storm with very strong winds, especially in the western Atlantic Ocean. Answer is hurricane. Sixth one, a very strong wind that moves very fast in a spinning movement and causes a lot of damage. A very strong wind that moves very fast in a spinning movement and causes a lot of damage. Answer is whirlwind. So write all these answers in your textbook and study. Now let's see the match the following. Match the following, that is in page number 9. Match the sentence in column A with the meanings of hope in column B. So listen to the question and answer. First one, will you get the objects you want to study in college? Will you get the objects you want to study in college? I hope so. So the answer is wanting something to happen. Wanting something to happen. It may or may not have happened. Wanting something to happen and thinking it quite possible. That is the answer. Question number 2. I hope you don't mind my saying this, but I don't like the way you are arguing. Answer for that is showing concern. Showing concern. Showing concern that what you say should not offend or disturb the other person. That is a way of being polite. And next one, third one, question is, this discovery will give new hope to HIV or AIDS sufferers. The answer to that question is a feeling that something good will probably happen. Fourth one, question is this, we were hoping against hope that the judges would not notice our mistakes. So the answer is wishing for something to happen, although this is very unlikely. And fifth one, I called early in the hope of speaking to her before she went to school. So the answer is thinking that this would happen, or it may not have happened. And the last one, that is the sixth one. Just when everybody had given up hope, the fishermen came back 7 days after the cyclone. So the answer is stopped believing that this good thing would happen. So you write these answers also in your textbook. Next one is in page number 9, that is relative clauses. Here relative clause means that contains the clause that contains the relative pronouns who, whom, whose, and which. So here you are asked to join the sentence given below using who, whom, whose, which as suggested. So in the bracket you can see which relative pronouns you need to use. So let's see one by one. First question is, I often go to Mumbai. Mumbai is the commercial capital of India. You need to join using the relative pronoun which. So how can you join? I often go to Mumbai, which is the commercial capital of India. The answer is this one. I often go to Mumbai, which is the commercial capital of India. And question number 2. My mother is going to host a TV show on cooking. She cooks very well. So the relative pronoun you should use is who. So let's see how to join. My mother, who cooks very well, is going to host a TV show on cooking. My mother, who cooks very well, is going to host a TV show on cooking. Question number 3. These sportspersons are going to meet the president. Their performance have been excellent. Whose is the relative pronoun? So the answer is these sportspersons, whose performance has been excellent, are going to meet the president. These sportspersons whose performance has been excellent are going to meet the president. Next one, question number 4. Lencho prayed to God. His eyes see into our minds. The word is whose. So the answer is Lencho prayed to God, whose eyes see into our mind. Lencho prayed to God, whose eyes see into our mind. And last question is, this man cheated me. I trusted him. And the relative pronoun is whose. Relative pronoun is whom. The answer, this man, whom I trusted, cheated me. This man, whom I trusted, cheated me. This you write in the notebook. Page number 10. There, for exercise 4, that is using negatives for emphasis. The words no, not, or nothing mainly used as negative words, and they shows the absence of something or contradict something. So let's see the exercise. Find sentences in the story with negative words which express the following ideas emphatically. So the meaning is, or the idea is given here. You have to find the same sentence having negative meaning. Okay. So the first one is, the trees lost all their leaves. Which sentence shows this meaning? Yeah, the answer is, not a leaf remained on the trees. Not a leaf remained on the trees. That is the answer. Next one, the letter was addressed to God Himself. That's the question. The letter was addressed to God Himself. Tell me which sentence shows the same meaning. Yeah, it was nothing less than a letter to God. It was nothing less than a letter to God. The same sentence is there in the lesson. Next one, third one, the question is this: the postman saw this address for the first time in his career. So, what is the answer? Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. The answer is, never in his career as a postman had he known that address. This one you can write in the test book. So complete all the exercises and also study. Your today's activity is to fill in the blanks with suitable metaphors. That assessment is given in the description box. Link of assessment is given in the description box. So for that, before you do the assessment, first you go through the metaphors I mentioned here in the class. That is, you can see same metaphor in page number 11. In that exercise you can get a table. So there you study the object and the metaphor and also the quality or feature compared. Then only you do the assessment. Okay, first you study that, then you can do the assessment. Okay, thank you. I hope all of you understood today's class. If you have any doubt, contact me. Study well. So till we meet in the next class. Bye.